Due to the impact of COVID-19, we're currently facing a new reality with expansive change happening every single day. You might be struggling to know what to lean into right now. Jodie Baker, founder of Heal You, has created the Corona Insights podcast to help ease your information overwhelm. Jodie is consuming, filtering, and sharing vast information from many sources she's validated over years of experience, so you can quickly stay up to date with these short podcasts. Jodie uses her natural intuitive abilities to help you get up to speed on the invisible possibilities ahead and integrate the new corona reality we are living in.
Hey guys, I hope you're well today. Thanks for joining me on this podcast. We're going to talk about coronavirus and how we need to be creating our own reality every single day. This is a very confusing time, of course, and you can instantly go from feeling really amazing and positive, and you can go from into 2 seconds later feeling really sad and depressed, and it's back and forth. It's crazy times. And it brings me to some of the teachings that I got from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I've spoken about him before, how we create our own reality based on what we're thinking. And that's a real thing. And it's not just in the esoterical realm where we lean on somebody like Joe Dispenza who proves this through science and research. It also just goes to the people who study mental health. The biggest thing that they've come out with over the last few years about depression is about staying in the moment, and that's also in recovery. Actually, people who are in recovery need to do that day by day. So there's a lot of evidence to suggest that we always need to stay in the moment. We can't jump into the future. I'll go back to what I was touching on before about depression. People who jump into the future too much and worry, or into the past too much and feel sad, it's going to cause depression. Always come back into the moment. And I've spoken about Eckhart Tolle before, how he wrote that book, The Power of Now, and also A New Earth, which are both amazing, incredible, life-changing tools for you to read to teach you all about how to stay in the moment and how important it is for your mental health, for your spiritual evolution, for everything. So I'm going back to point here, which is about creating our coronavirus reality. So I'll give you an example. I'm going to talk about my battle. So as you know, I'm downloading from multiple sources of information, and they're all very varied. So we'll go all the way from mainstream media to the Bible, to people channeling interdimensional beings, to modern spiritual gurus like Sadhguru. I was listening to him last night, which was really quite beautiful. I'm listening to also the deep, dark conspiracy theories like from David Icke, who's been pretty much warning us about this situation for decades now. He's written books about it, and scarily everything that he's kind of foretold is coming to fruition. So that's a bit concerning. But that's not the point. That's not why I'm bringing it up. I suppose what I'm saying is I could sit here and focus on all the beautiful things that are happening right now, which is community coming together. It's everybody slowing down, connecting to themselves, connecting to their loved ones, shaving off things that don't matter anymore, like handbags and pieces of crap, and rushing around, being in the moment. Things like that, which are just have been lost to us for so long. Having our time back to connect to self as well as our loved ones is a really, really big one. Caring about the elderly, everyone becoming community minded again, which is just magnificent, wanting to help. There's a book that was written called Tribe, which is really interesting. I never read it, but I heard Oprah interview the author on Super Soul Sundays, which I highly recommend that podcast. I mean, she's interviewed all the greats over the years, and if you have got some downtime at the moment, which a lot of us do, it's a great time to sort of get up to speed. If you are looking to connect to self and look at the deeper world around us, that's a really great way to start. This book, Tribe, was written by this author who noticed that in Western worlds like ours, the suicide rate is so high, yet it just seems on paper that we have everything that we need. That we're not fighting for our lives. We have everything that we need. And you just couldn't really get to the bottom of it. And you just went around and interviewing a lot of people from all over the world and found that people that were in war-torn situations like Bosnia, for example, would look back on those days with such fond memories as the happiest times in their life, which seems really bizarre, obviously, to us, because we can't imagine having to go through such terrible times. But essentially what he discovered was that the humans, this is sort of the takeaway from the whole book, is that the humans need to be needed. We need to have purpose. We need to be connected. We need to be helping each other. This construct that we're living in right now, where we're disconnected, we're safe, it's all about ourselves, we're not united, we're not helping each other, is actually making us sad. It's not making us happy. We need to have all those things that war-torn situations give us to feel worthy, or not so much worthy, but purpose. I mean, humans are made with a purpose, I suppose. So the answer isn't that we need to be in wartime situation in order to be happy. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that we need to connect and we need to help and we need to be one. Again, we keep coming back to that. We are one thing. It's in every single spiritual principle. All roads lead back to being one. And here we are in the coronavirus, and we are having to band together and become one again to help each other. And there is that silver lining. So I can think about all that beauty. I can think about the blue skies in China. I can think about how you can see the fish in the water in Venice. So many beautiful takeaways, so many silver linings. And then I can walk down the street and think about those things and feel really happy. But then I can think about what David Icke is saying. And I'm not really going to go into that today because I'm just sort of holding that back for the minute. I mean, a lot of you probably already know. But this isn't the point of this podcast. I'm not trying to plunge you into darkness and start making you think about some negative intentions that might be coming for us. But if I start to think about that, my whole world changes. So 1 minute I'm in a world where everything is beautiful and we're helping each other and we're happy and we're joyful and it's amazing. We're uncertain, of course, but we're going to band together and we're all in this together and we're going to be powerful and unite. But then I can go straight from that over to, oh my God, this is terrible. We're under siege, all bad. We're under threat. What's going to happen? Drama, darkness, terrible. The only thing that's happened in that story is that I've just changed what I'm choosing to think about. And that's the point of my podcast, that we're creating our reality right now in our thoughts, with our thoughts, what we choose to think about. So it's choice. Your reality is choice. It's your choice. Choose what you think about, because that's going to determine how you feel. And if you believe, and not only that, if you believe in manifesting and creative visualization, and you've listened to the greats like Dr. Joe Dispenza and Michael Beckwith, you'll know that as well as changing how you feel in the moment, your emotional state, you actually are also changing your reality, the world. You're changing the world, and they're all connected. So that's my message for today. It's about creating your reality by choosing what you think about. So think very carefully about what you think about. I'll see you guys later. I love you very much.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. And if you'd like more information on Jodie and her work as a self-healing mentor, please go to www.healyou.me.